Hi one, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the emerging sad story is that yesterday night, there was a speeding vehicle that was heading to Kisii on a NAROK Kisii highway, and at Duka Moja in NAROK, an accident occurred when that vehicle hit over 30 ships. And of course, the vehicle speed off after running on 30 livestock. So almost a whole livestock dead. And after that, there's also other allegation that later the police officers, when they arrived at the scene, they took the sheep to a forest for dumping. They are already dead, but then the next move was to take them to the forest and dump. The owners of this sheep and the entire residence, they camped at that road, causing a traffic jam. The main reason here, they were asking for compensation. And after they realized that police officers had dumped the dead sheep and now trying to clear the way by forcing them out from that scene, it turned into a battle where now it became a serious war between the pastoralist. Unajua huko sasa ni NAROK, hawa ni watu ambao wanapenda ukulima, nini, ufugaji. So as pastoralists would value their livestock, they were there to fight for their right and demand compensation. So there was a running battle between the police officers and the residents. And the sad story is that 2 lives claimed and 1 police officer was seriously injured. His hand chopped off, yani mkono hapa, yote haiko imetoka. Then his firearm was taken. So he was disarmed. This was the situation.
Đấy là cái này cô bò có kichwa taka hiyo picha hiyo. Waja kidogo.
Nani?
Hakuna kitu. Sikia wako.
Unajua watatuambia tu tuteremke na barabara.
Sasa tutaenea wapi bwana? Wewe mtiko. Tutapata unajua sasa tukiwa saidia tuwezi jua na wataweza chapa.
Now, as we continue with the panel discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. And back to our discussion. Now, police officers are supposed to maintain law and order and protect properties. So someone has lost the entire flock of over 30 livestock. Then the police coming in to solve the problem, they end up dumping this sheep at a forest. So what angered the resident? There is mistrust between Kenyans and the police officers. What they believed was that the police officers were conniving with the driver who caused this accident, and in that way, the owner was going to lose the compensation. So police took a bribe, and because of that, the road was cleared and the ship dumped in a forest. So the battle here is mistrust. Kenyans can no longer continue to trust police officers. And due to mistrust, it is the one that led to the fierce fight between the officer who are well armed and the residents. The biggest problem we have had in this country is to trust anything from this government, including the police officers. And this is not the first time a police officer is losing an arm. Remember, during the Gen Z's protest, the same thing happened. We saw a police officer, but this one, who was trying to cock the tear gas. Before he released it, his arm, his hand was off. Ilikuwa chopped na hiyo tear gas. But this time round, angry residents who can no longer continue to trust police officers took they took the initiative to protest and cause the drama that we've been able to see. I've seen very clear photos and pictures that we cannot even share here on how this guy was attacked and how the arm was chopped off. Ni za kusikitisha sana. Lakini sasa hii ndio serikali tuko nayo. So having a president like William Ruto, then in the hands of police officers under such a regime, Kenyans have suffered. When it comes to the situation like this one, where a police officer can be attacked by civilians, it means that the residents have completely lost trust in the police officers. They don't trust anything from the officers. So due to mistrust, such kind of treatment definitely was inevitable. Yani askari hawawezi kuaminika, wanaanza kula njama na wale jamaa wamekosea wengine, alafu kisha wakataka kujaribu kunyamazisha kesi. But someone has suffered a loss. The mistake is that the police officer did not even engage the owner before removing and dumping this ship in the forest. So, what was the intention for that? Who allowed them to dump the ship in the forest? Was the guy compensated? The big question. So, this guy believed that the officers are in communication with the driver of the vehicle. So due to mistrust, officers are treated to such kind of hostility in this country. Yana tuwezi amini polisi kabisa. Wananchi wakiona polisi wanaona shida. So we are heading to a lawless government and country. The country is slowly turning into a banana republic. And the narrative of hustler was initiated by the president. the haves and the have not. So when you have such a narrative, whereby people feel that even the little they have is being robbed away from them, then the issue of those who have it and those who have nothing, it makes people to get angry when they feel that even the small thing that belongs to them is being taken away. Sasa nafika kwa kiwango gani? Unaanza kuvamia wale ambao unaona kwamba wanaweza kuwa ni wahusika kwa haya maneno. So Ruto has set bad presidency, and because of that, we cannot trust anything from this government, from police officers to any service you can get from this government. Ukiwa tuna any doubt kidogo tu hivi, shida kubwa. So corruption cannot be solved under William Ruto, because since the time he took our office, the issue of corruption, the corruption element, ukikata hivi serikali ya Kenya Kwanza, damu ikitoka utaona iko na corruption. Due to that, there is what we call trickle down effect. Hii tabia inaambukiza paka huko chini. Corruption inasonga paka huko. Ndio maana unaona police officers wanaweza chukua kondoo wa mtu waende watupe kwa msitu. Wakishatupa kwa msitu, sorry for that, then they will pretend to be solving the problem when they are not solving the real problem. So Kenyans will keep on protesting. They will fight for their right. Unajua Uhuru aliwaambia mpigania haki yenu, msimame imara, msiogope. Sasa ona, haki ya huyu jamaa hakuwa ametendewa haki. Kwa hivyo a protest, but it has ended up claiming lives and officers being injured. Very sad situation. Ni nani anatuliza tabia kama hii kwa hii nchi?